It is Y105, Dubuque's #1 hit music station. My name is Steve Pulaski. I was talking about this movie for the last couple of years. It was surreal to see it premiere on June 14th over at the Five Flags Theater. The movie is Are You Dead Yet? I've talked about it enough. I don't think it needs an introduction, but I'll give it one anyway. It was a crowdfunded horror movie shot right here in Dubuque with local individuals working together to make a slasher homage to the 1980s horror movies of the same ilk. I have a couple special guests in studio. He returns behind the microphone. He's director and writer of Are You Dead Yet? And star Jayme Schmitt. Jayme, how are you?
Steve, you got to quit bringing me back because people are going to get sick of hearing me.
I am the one who messaged you, I think the day after the premiere, and said, I want you on the air again for a little bit of an afterglow. So this movie premiered Five Flags Theater on June 14th. I say it was probably one of the best nights of the year for me. I can only imagine what it was for you, Jayme. Talk about that premiere, that red carpet premiere.
Post-mortem depression is real, and it is kicking in right now. I will tell you, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, my phone was ringing off the hook. 20 messages a day on the hour, every hour, from people being like, what should I wear? Where should I go? What time is it? Because the ticket, that whole thing, it could have been a mess. There were things about that could have made it a mess, but the whole thing was phenomenal. Honestly, I was thinking maybe we'd get about, 100 and maybe 20 people there.
Yeah, what was the head count?
We got 315 people. It was somewhere between that and 350. We almost rocked that house because that house sits about 600 people.
Right.
We filled that. They were flooding into the second floor. That's what I thought was crazy. I'm standing down on stage. I can't see nothing because I got the spotlight on me, but I heard all the voices from that second floor. I'm like, oh my God, we almost sold out this house. That was crazy to me. And not to mention, we had like 5 other events going on that night. We had music on Main Street. And then all these people are coming here.
You're always competing with something around this time.
I know, but still, I was like, this is crazy to me how many people were actually like invested in coming and see it. It broke me and it made me feel so good at the same time.
You talked at length before the movie and after the movie, too, just about what it means to support local art and really follow your passions and follow your dreams. And I think you're really a testament to that. I could call you Dubuque's George A. Romero.
Well, I wouldn't,
in a way.
Christ, I wouldn't go that. I wouldn't go that far, but I will say this. You know, it's not just about me. You know, there were a lot of people that were involved in this. There were so many people that spent, their time and some of them even their money into believing in this. Like all our photographers, we had like 6 photographers there. They were all on volunteer. Well, except for this one guy, he came up to my house asking for a $500 check. I'm like, you do know what volunteer means, right? But other than that, no. It's about. I've never felt more. My dad came to this. My dad hates horror movies, but he came and he was astounded by the crowd reaction, but he goes, Jayme, you need to understand, Dubuque is such a tight-knit community. Everybody looks out for everybody there. And I never felt more like that than after this Friday. It was phenomenal watching people holler and cheer and scream, and I'm never going to get that again with another showing, and I wish somebody would have recorded that. If anybody recorded that, please send that to me because I want to make sure that goes on the DVD. That was just, God, I will not, whatever showing we do from here on, it will never be the same as last Friday.
It can't be replicated because of the fact that it's the hometown. And I mean, the thing that I've learned, even only being in Dubuque a couple of years, is that the creative sort of sector of this town is tight-knit, it's supportive. Like, a lot of your friends are my friends too.
Oh, yeah.
Like we kind of run in similar circles and everything like that. Like I was reconnected with a bunch of people at the red carpet event.
I mean,
too.
Yeah, we're all going to South Park Sunday.
Exactly. Tell me about it. He is Jayme Schmitt, writer, director of Are You Dead Yet? We're going to segue very smoothly over to an actor who is in Are You Dead Yet? He's one of the scene-stealing gentlemen in the movie. His name is Stephen Harrison. Stephen, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm feeling phenomenal right now.
I can imagine. You got to be on cloud 9 after watching that movie premiere.
Oh, yeah. So I was so surprised. But at the same time, I wasn't surprised because I know we have a big group of friends. And like we've been promoting it for the past 2 years. I'm showing it on my Snapchat. Everybody's asking me, what's this movie? And I'm like, oh, it's a movie I'm making with Jayme. And then so it got the curiosity come in. Then all of a sudden, then he's promoting it. And then it just like, he was a little nervous at first, but like, bro, we about to get some people in here.
Talk about your character, Stephen, in the movie Are You Dead Yet?
Oh, man. So my character is Jimmy. And in my opinion, he's kind of airheaded. That's in my opinion. because he did some things that I personally wouldn't do in real life. But as being that character that I was playing for him, it was like fun. Like it was fun being this person, like the only black character for this whole area, this friend group, and it was fun playing them.
Have you done any acting in movies or shows before? Is this your first? Like, what's your level of acting experience?
Oh man, see, I'm so used to like putting a camera like right in front of me and then just act. Like, yeah, so I've been recording myself since I was like 10, 12. So I've always been friendly with the camera.
Was it different with a script, or was it having to memorize lines that maybe you didn't write?
Oh my God! So he wrote a script for me, and I was like, bro, I don't think this character is gonna say this. And then he was like, well, you could just freestyle it. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna do my best to freestyle. And then sometimes I would get there, and then I wouldn't know what the lines were, but then he'll tell me, okay, you got to say this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna say my version of this, and I would just freestyle. We had to do it like 16 takes, and then I'm like, did you get the right one? It's like, yeah, there's a few of them. We can edit it out. But it was like a lot of times I feel like I wanted to know what I was saying so I can try to joke around with it and like have like a humorous outtake in it.
He is Stephen Harrison, one of the actors in Are You Dead Yet? People want to learn more about you. You got some social media platforms you'd like to touch on or anything like that. Where can people follow Stephen Harrison and learn all that's going on with you, brother?
Man, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
What's your TikTok?
So TikTok is Stephen Mouse. That's StephenMouse. Right now we're at 620,000 followers, which is my brother's birthday, 620. So I feel like that's a good number right now.
Shout out to you, man. You got fans and all over the place too, and I think you're gonna get more too with your appearance in Are You Dead Yet? You did great work, man.
I try.
He is Stephen Harrison. We'll segue back over to Jayme Schmitt too. I know Jamie's chomping at the bit for this. I guess first things first, before we talk about future projects that are going to be underway in Dubuque and the tri-state area, future film and other projects and whatnot, I guess first things first, and this is a tough question to answer, I understand that, but what is next for Are You Dead Yet? Maybe on a streaming service, a home video release, anything like that. What is next for Are You Dead Yet?
That is actually a tough question. I'm thinking for sure I'm going to try to at least submit it to film festivals, see how we make headway there. Any theater, any independent theater. I've been trying to get it in the Castle Theater in Manchester. I sent them an email. I'm waiting to hear back from them. I wanted to get it in the Platteville Theater. Been trying to get a hold of them. I'd like to take it to the drive-in. Whoever is willing to talk about showing it in their theater, just let me know. I'll cut you a check. It's really that easy. And then, eventually, I'm thinking in about a year or so after I finally, have it where I want to, because we still got to go through. It's never done. Just because we had a premiere, I still got to clean it up. You have to go through sound and pre-approve music or redo music, whatever, sound effects, all that fun stuff. You got to clean it up. And then I'm thinking about selling it to a distribution company, and we're thinking streaming, Blu-ray, DVDs, whatever they have to offer. It's in their hands at that point. It's whatever deal they have to offer me.
I'll be keeping tabs on you too to have you back on the air for future developments. What else is in store? Because one of the coolest things with the premiere was at the end of it, at the red carpet premiere, after Are You Dead Yet had played, we got to see kind of a sizzle reel, as you were calling it, of upcoming projects. Lots of really cool stuff that I kind of want you to talk about here.
So, talk about modesty at its finest. So we had 4 trailers at the end. These are all projects. The first one is called After Sophia, and that's in post-production right now. As far as I know, they're waiting on an editor. I wrote it. I'm an EP, and I wrote it. That's about the most I have to do with it. It's about a writer who is suffering from depression and meets this girl who's about to, do something that most depressed people do, and sort of start to bond a friendship between each other, and that she saves him and he saves her. What we're going to film next summer is this project called Roughnecks, and it's literally A-Team meets the Expendables. No script, no nothing, just a bunch of buddies. This one's for the boys. And then I've got a couple short projects in the work. Probably we'll keep them about 10 to 20 minutes. One of them is Queen Krampus. The other one, I don't have names for them yet. One's definitely going to be a Dracula movie. A Killer Mermaid, I think they call it Siren, like Sirens. Killer Mermaid short, and the other one is called Choppy Joe. Have fun figuring out that one. And then last but not least, the only thing that I have left on my list of things to do is my friend Crescentia and I are going to work eventually. Maybe next summer, may be the summer after. We're going to work on this. What we're calling it as of now is called Stranger Danger. And
cannot wait for this from that animated clip you showed.
And the crazy part is it's not animated though. That was just a bit. But this came from I'm going to try to keep this real quick. It came from a story. My friend Mary and I. You see Mary in the movie. We met Chris Evans back in I think this was last year at C2E2, and I was thinking, oh, big Dorito guy, big looking guy. And I realized I've got about 3 inches and 100 pounds beat on this guy. And I'm like, God, he's so small I could just pick him up and take him home. And those thoughts turned into a movie plot where a guy meets his action hero that he really likes, and the dude's kind of a jerk, and he goes, you're just so small I could pick you up and take you home. And that's what he does. And then it turns into kind of an Airhead situation where the cops surround the building and he doesn't even realize he's in a hostage situation. So that's everything we have on the plate. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot more down the road. There's probably going to be a sequel to Are You Dead Yet? But as of now, that's definitely what I have in the works for the next 10 years.
He is Jayme Schmitt, and he is Stephen Harrison, too. Great to have you gentlemen in studio. You are welcome back anytime.
Thank you, Steve.